straightforward. Straight up and good. And then I can get the 450, but I didn't realise that the whole road was blocked. Progress on exercise to wait for the bus, because the 450 was going down Whitehorse Road, and then you see we could have gone to the clock tower and just go like up Cardinal Road. So I just got off my forces to the back to the So I think this is at something like 60 or something, effectively go about how you ride it and the terrain. That's good. So I have to go left it, so what's that?
So the AI system. So what it does is, the enemy I'm facing is the AI system, so it collects data from like thousands of players online. We play at a certain level, so I've got it set to Diamond 2, so it collects data from Diamond 2 players, and it like mimics them and gives you something to fight against. It's a bit different to like fighting a CPU that you fight online. It's pretty good feature. But still needs a bit of work. Sometimes the AI drops combo, so it doesn't finish the combo properly. So it needs a bit of work. But they also have a feature where you can really cool. You can save the replay of like a matchup with someone, and then you can basically take control of the replay at any point you want, and then like it allows you to test out different scenarios, so you know how to deal with some of the opponent's doing. Sometimes you're fighting against, the opponent will do something that's, visually you look at it and say, wow, how do I block? What do I do? Because if you don't experience it enough times, you have a chance to replicate that same scenario. You're always going to be caught with it constantly. So it's just like a training tool. Also, I think for this system with the AI, unfortunately, like every game, the popularity of them dwindle after a certain amount of time, so the player base is a lot smaller, so there's not as many people to fight against. So having this feature allows, you can fight someone, maybe not exactly like a player, obviously, but better than instead of CPU. But that data is not like, that's just based on the system itself, not based on other players. Yeah, that's it really. That's what I don't know where my cable for my PlayStation 5 went. So I went to Argos and they actually sell the lead for the power. Quite shocked with that. So I'll see what I got, what games I got already loaded. I thought, sorry to say, but it's so rubbish. Just that's the point of even trying to download anything. It took about 45 minutes to download 1 gigabyte.
have limited data. So, yeah, I don't know what that is, but that was talking about, oh, but this is having data. And I'm like, this is why I'm happy to pay so much, because I don't have these problems. And so I was saying to mom, like, the thing is, like what you said, the internet is not great, like back there, it's way back then. So I'm like, I'm not like, oh, rely on the Wi-Fi. I'm going to rely on my high-speed internet. It'll take from the phone.
Yeah, I get that, but then some sort of things, you need you need the stability from the fiber optic. So what do? You normally just do uploading, isn't it? And watching videos. You're probably alright, but someone like me, it's like I need direct line when I'm playing this game and stuff. It's quite key, and it's frowned upon if you play online on Wi-Fi. It's not stable. Same like even before, when I was growing up and that, thinking, wow, wireless controllers would be cool, but then you don't think about the time it takes for the signal to go from the latency from your controller to the actual console. Whereas now it's sort of like I'd rather have a controller that's wired in, yeah. But I don't even think that's a thing. You can charge them with wires, but I don't think you can play it through there. It's all wireless.
Like it's data.
Yeah, precisely. Yeah, it doesn't send data. It just charges the unit. So
I've worked USB cable power. So they've got their laptop. I was near a laptop, but it also basically the same experience on the state of business school and then some almost effectively should be better for what we're doing. Yesterday, I thought there was this huge drama with country. Got their community got and I was like, that's interesting. So I used to watch it a bit. I used to watch it. And I said to them, I didn't know something was good. And mum was like, testing that, that's interesting. So I was saying that what it is because transport was before you played local. So like local is defining the role of his career so far. Yeah, I would say that, people all around the world managing that role.
they associate
Yeah,
with him.
the fact that obviously he's playing local in so many movies obviously shows how likely he is, and that otherwise, see, they would have either recast him or they would have just filled in characters for example. Well, obviously, it'd be nice to go 2 seasons of his own show, so that was but I guess quite after the wedding and stuff because like, now the series nobody knew like it's just gonna be you're downgraded and stuff. So people are just people so pessimistic with like this Captain America Brave New World to be racist obviously. There's no naivety about that. People are just so ignorant because somebody said, well, what they're saying is, oh, can Captain America Brave New World hit 1 billion? So the comments are basically like, no. So somebody said, oh, well, this phase, there's been no build-up to it. And I see no build-up. Have you not heard of a show called Falcon and the Winter Soldier? And then somebody else comes in and said, Falcon, well, they didn't say the name, but they said the TV show was the build-up. Because for anyone who watched it would know that was where he Falcon and the Winter Soldier. Did you see that one? And then what happened at the end of it? They changed the title to Captain America and the Winter Soldier. And the other one, although it's quite subtle, is they introduced the new guys who's going to play the new Falcon as well.
Oh, cool.
They also introduced, they introduced the guy, the black guy, who was the, I think he might have been after Steve Rogers, but he had the super serum as well, but he had something like a rhythm like push him, like they tried to with, I think it was John Wilson, who's also obviously, they kind of basically didn't want Sam to be Captain America. They wanted John Wilson, but he wasn't worthy. There was a scene where he got like a manhole cover or something of the shield. He decapitated this guy.
Wow.
Public as well. People like the filmers, they're like shocked. If you didn't see it, but you just saw obviously when he raised the manhole was raising up. But then you might like stop himself. Like him just doing that is enough to move everything. But he did it and just saw the blood like splatter. So then that's how he then is to get recruited to be I just keep wanting to say the Suicide Squad, the Thunderbolts.
Played this game called Marvel Snap, and it's
The role play,
no, it's a card. Yeah, it's a card game. So they have. I can't play that well, but the good thing is that it kind of like coincides with like the movies as well. So when they had Wolverine was Wolverine and Deadpool or everything. Yeah. They had like features, features and new cards. Some of the characters in there. So I mean, you had Cassandra over it. Like even when me and Darren took a seat, I was like, "So this cool head," and I was like, "That was like the character from my game, Cassandra Nova." Like, guy, that's Cassandra Nova. And then yeah. So and then even like so the Thunderbolts, the same sort of thing. They have like a season every single month for the game. So they did have the Thunderbolts on there. So when you mentioned it, it's not like I was like, "What are you talking about?" I actually don't know them like you'd say, "Oh yeah, they're known for this and that," but yeah. I know some of the characters from there. You say some names, I'd be like, "Oh yeah," because of this game, Marvel Snap. It's quite fun. It's very yes. They like to talk about the fact that they're a game that you can't like pay to win. There's not a lot of games where it's like mobile games specifically. Got this thing called gacha system where it's like, you pay money for credits in the game and you have a better chance of obtaining the stronger units. The more money you have, the more successful you be against other players on it. Yeah.
They get me like direct money posted hoping that they get like good money from advertising, especially like on advertising.
Yeah, absolutely.
Really start doing things that are mobile based on really start fucking like dealing with like adverts. I feel like it'd be like you're having some good sex or something and then suddenly like your stock's like the strike. You lose like like sort of like the ones where maybe if you want like crossword ones I think you want a clue.
Yeah.
And you have to look at an advert. But when you're actually playing the game and then it could stop to show you an advert before you can go to the next bit.
I mean that type's the worst guys anyway.
What is it? I was saying to Chloe that she was like, "Oh, you want any game?" And I was like, "Oh, well, please block it." Like Brandon becomes so fucking greedy like you only get 3 people if you don't pay anything. And then it's not like you pay one map and you see everybody in the area. There's different tiers. I mean, I know obviously they got to make money, but
Yeah.
but
They're
it's
getting
like
too greedy.
seriously, only 3 fucking people. And uh, but yeah, so,
No, I was gonna say the type of game like you mentioned is like the worst kind of thing. I thought you were gonna just say like you're progressing and then it's like it becomes quite difficult to either complete a level or without like a certain unit. You just hope that you get a better unit or something, or maybe you need to level up. Because to level up, you require more credits, and you can't. The resources to get credits is like it's dried out for the day. And the only way to get more credits is to pay. But no, like I said, your one you just described how it stops completely is the worst kind. I was playing a game called remember the name. But it reminded me of a mini game I used to play on Sonic called Chow Gardens, and essentially just raise chows, which are like these little cute creatures.
it's not the game that they used to have on the Dreamcast, is it?
Mm,
Remember they used to have that thing that went into the controller.
similar, yeah.
It was almost like they were trying to do a Tamagotchi.
It's similar to that, yeah. But it's yeah, but like you have the main game, running around and everything going fast, and then it's like you're collecting like crystals and animals which you can feed to these little blue creatures. When they take them, they absorb their energy. So it could be like a red crystal for power, or a yellow for swimming, or a purple for flying. And basically, they improve. I mean, it was a really cool scheme, a cool movie, because like you said, a lot of people like to, it's that Tamagotchi, in that they like to raise something and like, they invest time into a creature, they see it develop. So with this Chow Garden, it's like, the chows that you have in there, you can either make them align with the good characters or align with the bad characters. So if the good character shows it love and affection, when it becomes a certain age, it evolves into like an angelic looking creature. And vice versa, if you get the bad characters to show it love, it goes into like a devilish sort of creature. And it was quite a can't think of a big word to describe, but it's a good mini game inside of a larger game. And people, even up until this day, they say, why doesn't Sega like kind of just, they know it's very popular, why don't they just make a full version of that type of game,
Maybe it's like almost like Animal Crossing.
Sort of, kind of. Animal Crossing to me is more like, you start off with
the same one like the Sims.
kind of, it's more like SimCity, not really SimCity, kind of, but like really dumbed down. It's a Nintendo game, isn't it? So
It's for the type of
kids, like you develop your village into like, I actually quite enjoyed Animal Crossing. But anyway, back to my point is that the game I played on my mobile was similar to this Chow Garden game, and it was fucking scam because what you don't really raise anything. You just have one like champ race or something like that. It's called. So you have your champion there, and like he basically you can use different gadgets to go across these different circuits. So you have a ladder, right? You start off at the bottom, and then like you sign in. You say, okay, I'm gonna enter this race, and you can't go higher until you place high enough in these races to progress. So again, it's fine at the beginning, but then when you encounter certain races where it's like you need like a specific gadget, and the only way to get this gadget is to hope that the game gives you it as a gift, which is maybe like 1% chance. So sometimes, and then why I say it's a scam is because they make it out like you're searching to play with other players, but you're not. You're maybe you get another player, but most of them is bots, right? Most of them are bots, and the reason why you can work out eventually is because to climb up this ladder and go up the ranks, there are so many races, there's no way that they find 4 other players to race with you. In the space of like 5 seconds. It's no way. It's no way. And all they do, they kind of like they customize the way the other champions look. So maybe they change their skin or to make it kind of seem like they're a real player. But then you say no. And the other scam as well is that they have like these event races. And in these event races, you can actually win like these legendary gadgets, which are really, really helpful in the races. But the problem is that sometimes they have maybe a race where it's got like 20 players. You got a place in the top 3. It's not just, you ain't got to place in the top 3 once. You got to do it like 3 or 4 times in a row. So the problem with that one as well is that they always make it that it doesn't matter how hard you fucking train. It doesn't matter how hard you train your champion, your character. There's always a handful of champions who have better levels than you. So the only way to win these races is they're only limited maybe 7 days. So in that 7 days, you need to spend money to get more items to improve your champion before the 7 days sort of limit runs out, and then it will refresh. It will say, oh well, Wesley is level 1000, and then so you maybe boost up 100 points, and it's like, oh, now Wesley's 1100. Let's make all the CPUs 1200. And it's like, you said, hold on, something not right here, man. And it took me all the way till I got to like some diamond rank, and I was like, no, master rank, and I was like, I'm fucking done with this shit game, I it's cute and it's fun, but when I thought it's a scam, man. I'm not playing it no more, So that's what I'm trying to say. Mobile gaming is sort of hit and miss. You have certain games that, like Angry Birds, which is like a massive hit, or Flappy Bird, and there's a game called Cut the Rope, which is like a puzzle game. Puzzle games usually do very well, and then a lot of these companies like Capcom and even Nintendo, they say like, a lot of money out of these trumps. Let's follow the module of what other mobile companies are doing, but we'll put our brand on it. That'll make it look more official, and we'll make it less scammy. We'll make it a bit scammy, but not as bad as the other companies. And I think, you know what, Nintendo alright, Capcom alright, they let you play for this long before they start asking you for more money. Like, the point is that they shouldn't ask you for nothing. That's not like Nintendo.
So that's what I was thinking. I was like, Nintendo had a ring, so I feel though that I was like, yeah, it's not that Nintendo.
Tech demo
had their
to show off the capabilities of the console.
And then
So like it's a chore.
But like, also actually talk to the dogs as well. And then first the woman was saying like, one of the things is push the what's the console called again? The handheld. Feedback good for this game. So I spent ages like trying to get to hear what I was saying. So I thought they were left up to the point.
There was a Pokemon game, Pokemon Black and White, and there was a Pokemon called Chatbot. It's still on the game. Chatot, his name is basically a parrot.
Wait, so Chatbot.
No, Chatot. Basically a parrot, and they made it so that you can kind of, yeah, because all the Pokemon, they have they make sounds. They do a cry. So in the animation, they will say their name. Pika. And but on the game, they have like an audio play, like when we watch me play that turtle thing going. You know, it's not his name's Torko, but it says ugh. So, anyways, my point is that he's like, why are you making that noise? What's the sound of it? Ugh. And I was like, what's this? It's not like it's dying. Be dead soon anyway. Anyways, so what you could do with the microphone is that you could make a sound, and then when the Pokemon comes out and you send it out, it makes the sound of whatever you. So the problem was that, you know, real life, people started making like really inappropriate things. So they had to. So in the following games, they took out the feature, and they banned that Pokemon from the from the championships of that year. It wasn't exactly the strongest Pokemon, but it was the point that, you know, it's like pussy, you know, it's like it comes out, so I'm like, you know what I mean? It's like, you know, it's like
now we have that, and it goes, I'm bummed, yeah.
I'm bummed. Oh, that was.
I was gonna say you couldn't record something that long.
No, that's that. No, because some of the Pokemon, they call them cries. So
Yeah.
when the Pokemon do the cries, some of them are really long. Like
that sounds like a deer's like mating call.
yeah, it's like some of them are really long. So I don't know how the time, but you know, I remember the original Pokemon game back in the 90s when the way they've done it right was pretty. So I watched a lot of videos about, you know, the history and the way the games worked and that, and they said that the 150 Pokemon, a lot of their cries are the same, but they've been reversed or sped up or slowed down
To get around the limitations.
yeah, but you had to, innit?
Yeah.
It's like they said with Mario and that, you know, like the palette swapping, you just change the colour of Luigi, you know, Luigi's green and whatever, and the same like Mario, where he originally was like, he was blue and red, you know, and yeah.
So it's more like, what was it, Jumpman?
Jumpman, yeah, you know, it's quite interesting, but yeah, that just, so the microphone thing, that's all I wanted to say. Chatot. Now we have Luke Smith playing in the Grand Finals of the Football World Championship 2012. Oh, he sent out Chatot. Pussy! It's like, we'll have to mute that. It's too late, it's already gone out. Okay. It's like, oh god. It's funny, you know, I watch a lot of things and you see them trying to be very PC, you know, and Pokemon's one of them. I mean, Nintendo are known for what they do. They call them the Nintendo Ninjas. So if you like, say maybe new Mario games coming out and you're like fucking playing it and streaming it and uploading it over, they'll be like, fucking hell, Nintendo Ninja's gonna come and literally shut you down, like massive lawsuit. You know, they'll find out where you are and they'll get you finished. But they're just like polishing it up, and someone has a copy of it and they can play. Someone said that they got a new Pokemon game coming out this year called Legends AZ, and they said someone actually has a full, you know, but they have a playable version of it from start to finish. You know, obviously it's a bit difficult to play when you don't have the when it's the data, you have to transport that data onto your PC. You're not playing it on the hardware that it's intended for, so it's not exactly the same. If you get what I'm saying, yeah. But he said, "Oh, I have the full game, but I will not be releasing it, or the data source codes, or those things are really, you know, obviously valuable, innit? Even they say previous games, you know, they had loads of resources of models and art designs that they would have done betas. You know, they leave a lot of coding in the game. You know, they don't they don't delete everything. You know, they're testing something, like, and that's why, again, like, I watched videos maybe like the other day I was watching Grand Theft Auto 4, and they're talking about they're meant to have snow in there and stuff like that, and you could play video games and they still have the voice lines, and people were able to extract it and get it onto the game to show you like what it would have looked like. Which is what I like to watch, sort of thing, YouTube. Yeah.
I think like they would probably, especially that probably enjoy like City Skylines and City Skylines too.
Yeah, I find to be honest with you, with Dad, we all know he likes video games. Like he's been playing from when I was little.
Not just like play those cricket environments. So
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. But I said I remember see when Dad played N64 up there. You know,
used to play Zelda.
yeah, he
Links to the Past.
yeah that was even prior to that. So he played Link to the Past, Mortal Kombat 2. Played
I would say I'm fulfilled that last year that I did that work and I was at school. We used to smoke and play the NES.
oh well. It's video games are just fun, but what I was gonna say about that is that, like I said, based on everything you played from all generations, from like I said, Link to the Past to Super Mario 64, from me watching him literally fully complete the game, get all 120 stars. You know that was like bloody hell. That's not an easy feat. I haven't hit him, but I'm just too fucking lazy to bother do that. And back then, you know, you didn't have the guides and the resources that you did. You had like the booklets of that, and you have to go and buy them. But he didn't buy all that stuff, and he just managed to do it. And then, like you said, Legend of Zelda. Then even on the GameCube, he used to play Resident Evil 4. I really enjoyed that, and Grand Theft Auto 4 on the PlayStation 3. So what I'm trying to say is that it surprises me sometimes when I see him and he's playing like fucking that what's it called? Not Candy Crush. He's playing some cooking game that's like do the orders. Man, stop saying that, man. You know, I'll set you up. You know, you can you know. Cause I remember one time me and him were playing Formula One, and yeah, we were playing Formula One, and it was like a co-op championship, and it was really fun, you know what I mean? But the only problem was Dad's internet or something wasn't good, or maybe my one, I can't remember. I think he just said he don't really have the time, and that he's well, he does have the time, but you know, sees him like he stays on the bed all day, not all day, but you know, at home and it's like
That's like the time because he makes time to sit there watching
the YouTube videos.
yeah,
Yeah, that's
those what's it called doing Keith creating Jamaican YouTubers.
sorry,
So there was a show called Wire in the Blood, and it was a detective. It used to be on ITV. It was a detective, and then there was like a psychologist, and they were like really like awful crimes, like serial killers and that. They like awful things. Um, so I'd always thought, why is it called Wire in the Blood? Like, what does that mean? So I was saying that to Mark. So I thought, I could just Google it, obviously. So I Googled it, and it was like, in an interview, Robson Green. So I said this to him. Said the phrase "wire in the blood" means what blood was taken to mean a genetic kink, something impure and unusual in the blood that leads to the kind of psychosis Hill might deal with. So then, Mum put. So I did see this bit. "Wire in the blood" is a phrase from. So she's just copied and pasted because it's exactly what I saw written underneath what I sent her. Wire in the Blood is a phrase from T.S. Eliot poem, Four Quartet. It has been interpreted as a metaphor for genetic kink or an adrenaline rush. Thinking, you just read what I said here, but said me nothing else. Or say, oh, okay, yeah, I read that. I didn't take. That was sitting down to eat together. So, oh, that's it. In Tulse Hill, me and my mum were playing in the country. So, that was saying, oh, yeah, it was just awkward. Awkward was just the forest. I think so orchard would be where they do like quizzes.
Yeah.
Not to be funny, but I don't feel that I was really enjoying it. I don't think. So anyway, um,